What's up, guys? MC Stu here, and today we're going to talk about Romulan bridge officers, some problems that we've been having with them, and it looks like they have finally been fixed. Today's patch notes have a few items in them. I'm not going to address any of them except for the one specific to this video, and it is the third one down, resolved an issue that was preventing Romulan operative bridge officer traits from activating. So if you're unaware, superior Romulan officer operative, there's three different levels of the trait that your bridge officer can have, and I'll show you in game here in just a moment. So there's basic Romulan operative, and superior Romulan operative. And you can see the difference between their stats, and they all have the same stats but different degrees of them, with the base being 1% critical chance, 2.5 critical severity, all the way up to 2% critical chance and 5% critical severity. These are very powerful bridge officers to have if you're wanting to stack crit chance and crit severity when you times this by 4 or 5. Just for clarification, anyone that is not a Romulan can only have 2 of them. Well, you could have more. So let me rephrase that. You can only have superior Romulan operatives that are tactical officers. So if a ship has more than 2 tactical officer slots or universal slots, you could theoretically stack more, but you might start missing out on bridge officer abilities, because once you have 3 tactical, you start to run out of useful abilities to fill all the slots with. So what had been happening over the past couple months is that if you had a Romulan operative, it was actually stacking all 3 of these. And apparently it wasn't showing that in the stats on the ship, but when people were going through and looking at the parse data and the back-end combat data, it was stacking all of these up. So if you had, a superior Romulan officer, you were also getting the stats that you would get from the Romulan operative and also from the basic Romulan operative. So you were ending up with, 4.5% crit chance, and you were ending up with about a little over 11% critical chance per bridge officer. So they fixed that, and in doing so, broke it completely to where you weren't getting any of these stats, and it did affect some of the other traits from bridge officers as well. They were shadow fixing this stuff and got most of it fixed, but it was still kind of hit or miss with the Romulan operatives. So for myself, my Federation character, human character that had the fleet superior Romulan operatives, if I removed them from the ship or added them back to the ship, it would adjust these stats for my overall crit chance, crit severity is how I was judging that. But on my Romulan character, it was not. So I wasn't getting any of the benefit from them. And from talking with other people in the community, that wasn't necessarily a rule that, Federation characters you're fine and Romulan characters you are not. It was just kind of a hit or miss problem. Based on the post this morning, it looks like they have fixed that. I have tested it in game, and we'll take a look at it now. So I have a Romulan superior officer here that is not currently slotted. I have the slot empty. And if we look at the stats on the ship, I am sitting at 49.1 and 211 for the critical severity. So if I go ahead and reassign this officer, he's saved in this loadout, so we're going to go ahead and do that. We'll see he is now listed in that slot. And if we go back to the stats for the ship, we should see that increased. And we're now sitting at 51.1 and 216 for the critical severity. So for the Romulan officer, and I was having the problem on this particular character, that's why I decided to go ahead and test it on this particular one. It looks like this problem has been fixed. So if you're aware of this problem or have been having it, check yours, see if that is now also resolved for yourself. Let me know down in the comments if you had noticed that this was an issue. It wasn't something that wasn't real advertised. It was just kind of like, hey, we fixed some problems with duty officers, or bridge officers, I mean. And then in this last post, they specifically said that the Romulan operatives had been fixed. But there was never a whole lot of information kind of given out that there was a problem, just that they were trying to fix things. So let me know if your guys' officers have been fixed, if these stats are now now representing correctly. The easiest way is just to even, have them slotted and then click and say go none, and then just look at your stats again and see if that's changed at all. You can just do it with one or all of them, whatever you want to do, to see if there's a difference in those. But it does look like the problem has been fixed, at least on this character. And on this character, I was having the issue. I had checked it multiple times, and it was definitely having that problem. So, all right, guys, I hope that was helpful. I'm glad this problem has been resolved. Hopefully it is resolved across the entire game and all of your accounts as well. All right, until next time, have a good one. Appreciate you watching. Hey guys, appreciate you watching. Be sure to hit the thumbs up button, ring the bell, and sub to the channel for the latest news updates and how-to guides.